Open up your MTT video section. We're going to do a surface area test review. The first shape that we're going to work with is going to be a cylinder. We're going to shade our base, shade our bases, label our radius 3, label our height 8, and put in feet for the measurement. So now our radius is going to be 3, our height is going to be 8, and our radius is going to be 3 again. We're going to go ahead and we're going to multiply. 2 times 3 times 8 is going to give us 48 pi, plus 3 squared is 9 times 2 is 18 pi. Our 48 pi is going to be our lateral area, and our 18 pi is going to be our base area. When we multiply 48 times pi, we're going to get 150.8 for our lateral area. When we multiply 18 times pi, we're going to get 56.5 for our base area. When we total up our surface area, we're going to use our 48 pi and our 18 pi, which is going to give us 66 pi. And then we're going to add our 150.8 and we're going to add our 56.5, and that's going to give us 207.3. So our base area is going to be 18 pi feet squared, and base area is going to be 56.5 feet squared. Lateral area in pi terms is 48 pi feet squared, and as a decimal is 150.8 feet squared. Total surface area 66 pi feet squared, and as a decimal 207.3 feet squared. Now we have a triangular prism, so the first thing that we're going to do is shade our two triangles, which are our bases, and then we're going to trace looking for our perimeter numbers. So we trace the outside of our triangle, so our first perimeter number is going to be 3, our second perimeter number is going to be 4, and our third perimeter number is going to be 5. Then we're going to go and we're going to look for the side that touches both of the bases or connects the two triangles. That's going to be our bold H. And then we're going to go back in and write a right triangle into our right triangle angle. So our right angle first is going to touch our height, and then it's going to come down and touch our base. And so now we have all of our numbers. So our first perimeter number is 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then our bold height is going to be 11, and then our base is going to be 4 of our triangle, and our height of our triangle is going to be 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and add together the three numbers that are inside the parentheses. So this is going to be 12 times 11, which is going to give us our lateral area, plus 2 times a half, which is 1. 1 times 4 times 3 is going to give us 12, and that's going to be our base area. When I multiply 12 times 11, I get 132. That is our lateral area, plus 12, which is our base area, and that's going to give us a total surface area of 144. So our base area is going to be 12 centimeters squared. Lateral area is going to be 132 centimeters squared. Total surface area is going to be 144 centimeters squared. We have another triangular prism. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and shade in our triangles, which are our bases. And now we're going to go ahead and trace. Now the first side of our triangle we don't have a length for, so we have to go back here and notice that this side of the triangle is going to be the same length as this side. So we'll go ahead and write in those two sides because they have to be congruent for the triangle to be balanced. So that's going to be 5 centimeters. That's going to be my first P. My second P is going to be 8. And my third P, again, this side's going to be the same length as this side, so that's going to be my third P. Then I'm going to go in and take a look for my bold H, which is the height of the prism, or the side that touches the two triangles, so that's going to be 10. And then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to draw in my right angle. So my right angle first touches my height, which is going to be 3, and comes down and touches my 8, which is going to be my base. So my first P is going to be 5, and then 8, and then 5. My bold height is going to be 10. My base of my triangle is going to be 8, and the height of my triangle is going to be 3. When I add the numbers inside the parentheses, I get 18. That's going to be multiplied times 10 to give me my lateral area. And then I'm going to add that to 2 times a half, which is 1, times 8 times 3, which is going to be 24, which is going to give me my base area. So 180, which is my lateral area, plus 24, which is my base area, is going to give me my total surface area of 204. So my base area is 24 centimeters squared, lateral area 180 centimeters squared, total surface area 204 centimeters squared. Now I have a cone. I'm going to go ahead and shade the base. My 5 is my radius, and my 13 is my lateral height because it leans. And now I have the 2 parts that I need for my formula. So my radius is going to be 5, and my lateral height is going to be 13, and my radius. So I'm looking at pi RL plus 2 pi r squared. When I go in to start multiplying, this is going to give me 65 pi, which is going to be my lateral area, plus 5 squared is 25 times 2 is 50 pi, which is going to give me my base area. Then I'm going to go ahead and multiply. 65 times pi is going to give me 204.2. That's my lateral area, plus 50 times pi is going to give me my 157, and that's going to give me decimal 1. That's going to give me my base area. When I add the 2 together to get my total surface area, I'm going to add the 65 pi and the 50 pi. That's going to give me 150 pi. Plus, then I'm going to add my 204.2 and my 157.1, and that's going to give me 361.3. So my base area is 50 pi meters squared, 157.1 meters squared. My lateral area is 65 pi meters squared, and then 204.2 meters squared. My total surface area is 115 pi meters squared and 361.3 meters squared. All right, now I have a rectangular prism. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in my height that points to heaven, and then the longest is my length, and then the other is my width. I'm going to shade in my 2 bases. My bases are always going to be the length and the width. So my length is going to be 15. The width is going to be 3. The length is going to be 15. The height is going to be 3. The width is going to be 3, and the height is going to be 3. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and multiply. So I'm going to get 90 plus 90 plus 18. So the first 90 is my base area, and then I'm going to add these 2 numbers together, the 90 and the 18, to get my lateral area. So I'm going to have 90 plus 108. So 90 again is my base area. 108 is my lateral area. When I combine them together, 198 is going to give me my total surface area. So my base area is 90 feet squared, lateral area 108 feet squared, total surface area is 198 feet squared. And now I have the cube. I'm going to go ahead and draw in my height. I'm going to go ahead and dash in my base so I can shade in my 2 bases. Now, this is a cube, so all three measurements are going to be the same, but we are able to use the surface area formula for a rectangular prism. So all the numbers are going to be the same. That makes that go pretty easily. So everything is a 10, length, width, and height. So this is going to be 200 plus 200 plus 200. And the first 200 is going to be my base area. And then I'm going to sum the last two 200s, and that's going to be my lateral area. So my base area, 200, plus my lateral area, which is going to be 200 plus 200, which is 400. And then the total surface area is going to be 600. So my base area is 200 feet squared. Lateral area is 400 feet squared. Total surface area is 600 feet squared. And now you've reviewed for your test.